Hey everyone, Mylan here from Rant&Rave Reviews. Today I'll be doing a review on Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands. This game has been getting a lot of negative feedback from people saying it's too big of a sandbox. I'll be focusing on the customization, the open world, the gameplay, and the story mode. When I first got into this game, I was expecting a typical Tom Clancy shooter. It is totally different from all the other Ghost Recons. The main thing to focus on is definitely the multiplayer. The multiplayer works in a seamless drop-in, drop-out mechanic. I think this is very refreshing to have in a game because I know it can be frustrating when you're trying to join friends or have friends join you when there's a long loading time. A couple things to complain about is that there are preset characters to choose from. They each have names, they each have faces. You cannot alter like noses, chins, eyes. You can change eye color, but that's about it. You can also change hair and tattoos. So once you pick your male or female, you're stuck with that right off the get-go and the face that you choose. It really limits the players on how they want their characters to look. You can run into your exact character, and that kind of takes away from making the experience a one-of-a-kind. One thing that is good about the customization though is that I really like you can change your glasses, you can take them off whenever you want. You can also change wearing a hat, you can also change your clothes or your tattoos. In the Division, you were stuck with them through the entire game. This game spiced it up and changed that, and I think that was for the better. Also, the gun customization is crazy. You can change rails, underbarrels, barrel of the gun from short, medium to long, the optics, paint jobs, the stock magazine. At the drop of a flight, you can change it and then move on with your mission. There are a few different ways to take on missions in this game. This is where the multiplayer is way better than single player. The AI is very flaky. Sometimes they'll just run into the mission and just start shooting without suppressors, giving away all your positions. They also don't get in vehicles when you need them to. The only thing they're good at is the sync shot mechanic, which works very well on single player, also by marking enemies, which can also be kind of frustrating and take away from the realism because you can be like way down a hill and they can start marking people that you don't even know are there yet. Single player is definitely not the way this game was meant to play. You can play it that way, and I think that's because they didn't want it to be an online only like the Division was, because a lot of people had a problem with that. Kudos to them for trying, but the multiplayer is definitely where the most fun is. Each gamer tag will have a percentage that they are most likely to play as you. I only play with people that are 85% like me and above. I prefer the stealth, so I want to be matched with those people. And this game lets you see what you're getting yourself into before going into it. Gun mechanics and the shooting is phenomenal. You can go from third person, over the shoulder, hip fire, to first person looking down the barrel of the gun or in any optics. And I think this is really cool. It's kind of like a Metal Gear Solid 5 feel, but it works really well. As sniping, I like that you actually have to lead your target with the scope in order to hit them. You can't just follow them with the crosshairs and no matter what you hit them. Also, bullet drop is a big thing, and timing. The further away you are, the longer it takes the bullet to hit the target. So this game, I think, is amazing for tactical reasons and gun mechanics and working as a team. The bad things about these games would be the customization as well as the driving. The driving is horrible. The only way you're going to be getting around the ground fairly easily is on a dirt bike or a truck. Anything else, any sedans or SUVs, they slide all over the road and they blow up so easily. You can barely touch a car like this and the entire front end will be ripped off. Sometimes your car even starts smoking. Flying is not the greatest. Helicopters are a lot easier than airplanes. Airplanes take off easy, but they're very flimsy and you can lose control in an instant. The difficulty modes, when you're playing on regular, it's fairly easy. You are pretty much a bullet sponge, but none of the AI that you go against are bullet sponges. You can take out the enemies in 1 to 2 shots, once in the head, twice in the body. It's fairly easy. And then there is extreme mode. Extreme mode is what I prefer to play on because it also makes you extremely vulnerable to the enemies. They can take you out in one single shot. You can't even mark enemies. You don't have any hub, you don't have any marking, you just don't see anyone. I would give this game a 4 pickle rating. For me, this game speaks to the roots of Tom Clancy tactical shooters. It is not like any of the other Ghost Recons, but it does improve on a lot of the things that Tom Clancy games have been missing out on. So I would definitely check this game out. especially if you have some friends interested in playing it. Go buy a copy, you all squad up. I would not recommend the single player unless you just prefer playing alone. So thanks for stopping by the Rant and Rave review show. If you liked the content that I showed you today, please click the like button. And if you haven't subscribed already, go ahead and click the subscribe button as well. It helps us out a lot. And tune in next week if you want to see the review for LEGO Worlds. Take it easy.